Hello and welcome to Learning Love Games, and today I'm going to be playing a bit of Dune 2, but not as you know it, Dune 2 on the Mac in 2024 via, so this is already available on the internet. It's called Dune Legacy, and it's sort of, I think it's fan made, but it's a project to sort of bring Dune 2, the original sort of Genesis, and I think it was PC as well, or it was definitely Amiga, bring that game, sort of give it a bit of a graphical boost, which I'm sure it's got, and then, you know, make it a little bit, streamline it, quality of life improvements and things, which I learned about during this half an hour or so of me playing it. I'm watching old footage of me playing it, I'm not playing it and talking at the same time. So yeah, if you Google Dune Legacy, it's fairly easy to find for Mac or PC, and it gives you the application, and then but you do need to find the ROMs and pack files for the original Dune game, which it combines them. There's probably a word for this, a name for this, but yeah, it's slightly complicated, but it's all easily Googleable, if that's the right way to put it. If you're so inclined to play Dune 2 in 2024, it certainly is the best way to play it. Not the best way to capture it, because I had to do a screen recording, and then there probably is a way. It's easy enough, but I'm not that tech savvy. So that's what I did, a screen recording of me playing it as you're watching, and I actually just laid down the music from Dune 2 underneath while I speak. So that's what's going on. Dune 2 is a game that's quite close to my heart. I had it on the Mega Drive. In fact, I've got my copy of it behind me. It was one of those games where I kind of rented it for a weekend, as you used to, and then was like, oh, this is really good fun, and too much for one weekend's gameplay, or week, or whatever it was, but being a child, I could only play it at the weekend. And I think I got it for a birthday present the next year or something, and it's close to my heart, this game, and it's nice to see it sort of treated with the respect it deserves. I mean, I would have quite happily paid for this, to be honest, but I don't believe it's available on Steam or anything like that. I guess it becomes shareware or whatever it becomes, and that's how it gets out there. But yeah, and then obviously it's an important game, as important as games can be, in terms of, this was, I believe, the first game from Westwood Studios, who went on to make Command and Conquer and games like that, which, this sort of, real-time strategy games, the sort of fathers of real-time strategy games. I mean, I didn't really play much of Command and Conquer. I mean, the premise of this, if you don't know it, is that I've completed a mission there in a few minutes, is to harvest that red stuff, which is spice, and harvesting it gets you money, or the currency, which is credits, and then you can build stuff. And I mean, in this one, I believe I had to retain the rank of Desert Mongoose, I had to defeat all of the enemies, I had to just collect a certain amount of spice. And we'll get another mission now. Sorry. And what does he want me to do? Relay, take command of more dangerous areas to... So I think I need to make a certain amount of spice in this time. So yeah, I'll send these vehicles. The fog of war thing was, I think this is the first time that was ever come up with. And the rock, or the grey material that I'm standing on now, is important, because there will be at some point worms appear, big worms, and they will try and eat whatever vehicles or people that are on the sand. Hopefully, I think we see some in this gameplay. But yeah, first things first, I need to build myself a power plant, which is that thing there. Setting it on concrete, I believe, makes it stronger. You don't have to set it on concrete. You can just set it straight down. And then there we go, that will be a wind farm, which then gives me access to the good stuff. So if I click place it, when I do, hopefully. So what's my hesitation here? But yeah, so yeah, it's a good way of playing this if you can in 2024. Here we go, I finally got around to placing that wind farm, and I'm going to build enough to make a final. There's like little quality of life improvements, like I could actually click when on the base there, I could click like that number 1 down bottom right of that. I could click 4 there, but you need to place the next item for them to start building the item, if that makes sense. So you kind of need to hover near to your base. Is that a worm? No, what was that? That created more spice, didn't it? And then, so that's given me enough to make a harvester station, which will then give me a little harvester which will go out and collect me resources. It's all fairly standard Dune stuff. Oh, he's off. Yeah, and then I need to harvest a certain amount of resources to complete the mission for that little bald man that spoke to me. Oh. Now we're in for it. This could be a problem. If I fail this mission, bit of excitement. No, yeah, I think I might fail this, you know. To get him out of there. It isn't good, is it? Maybe I have to restart this one. Yeah, and these 3 men or 2 men are doing their job, but he's going to go off. And what's that giving me? An outpost. Okay, so that's going to give me a vehicle plant. So maybe I don't fail this. I'm learning as I've got that to place. Oh no, I've just built another. No, I didn't build a vehicle, I built a I've got one little man and 2 harvesters. I thought I was building a thing so I could build more vehicles. If the enemy were more inclined, they could absolutely destroy me here, but they don't seem to be that aggressive, which is good. Yeah, so this is Dune Legacy on the Mac, and this is Learn to Love Games. Where's he off to? It's clearing a little bit. I think this is. There's one of there's their harvester, but it's no point getting involved in. Oh no. I'd get away from that situation, and he does, which is good. Yeah, I'm not a big one. Like, I don't know why all those years ago I got this game, because I'm saying that we had the original Dune movie, the David Lynch movie. We did have the toys for that movie, the Carl McLaughlin and Sting toys. So I don't know if someone in our family was a Dune head, or what they call them, but I certainly wasn't, and I'm not now. I don't think much of the new movie. I saw the one, the sequel will be coming out too soon, June 2. I didn't think much of that film. I thought it was incredibly boring, to be honest. Yeah, Mike actually preferred Dune, the David Lynch movie. I felt that was a bit, maybe it's just I hadn't seen it for a long time, but at least I had a bit of imagination. This was all just, I mean, that's the thing with them. I guess it's the source material. I don't think it's actually that interesting. I mean, I think I'm coming across as somebody that pretends they don't know much about Dune, but I have read the book, or read bits of the book, the Frank Herbert book, the original, because a lot of it's in the glossary and learning languages and stuff, which is oh, look at this is brutal. It's going to crush them. Yeah, you have to learn the language and just kill them too. Watch out for him. Yeah, this is the way to do it. So yeah, it's yeah, source material. So yeah, that movie I just thought was a bit boring, to be honest, but I don't know. It certainly didn't need to be 2 movies, in my opinion, which I haven't seen the second one. The second one's getting quite good reviews. And it's not actually been released yet, I don't believe, but yeah. Oh, knocked over Sonic the Hedgehog there. Yeah, it's getting good reviews, and you know, each their own. I'm trying to recover Sonic the Hedgehog here. It's a very precarious operation. Lifting up Green Hill Zone. It's all Lego I'm talking about. And then delicately placing it back. It's all very dusty too. I'm not paying that much attention to what's going on the screen. There we go. But yeah. Oh yeah, this is just squashing everyone. But you know, must make do there. I need more men, really. No. And I learn about another quality of life improvement at some point, which is you can kind of whip around more with the mouse. I don't know how I completed and played so much of this when it was on the Mega Drive. It's amazing how you make do with what you're given as a kid, because I mean it's very, you know, it's not a game that's best played on a controller, but you know, I made do and completed it back then. And I mean, I've played, I think, the first 5 levels. We get the difficulty ramp in this game is quite high. The enemies become quite aggressive quite soon after it. Maybe it's because I'm so mean to them early on, but yeah. And then, so yeah, I didn't. And then after this, they made Command and Conquer, which I didn't play a load of. And then I kind of probably, I don't think it's unfair to put, even though it wasn't them, Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 1 in the same sort of RTS lineage, sort of fog of war, and there was a bit more humour in that. But you were gathering resources, wood and mining rocks, or was it? Oh, I can't remember. But that was obviously on a PC, and yeah, I loved that, and I really like this as well. And this is a really good way of playing it. Modern RTSs, all real-time strategy games, I don't really get on that well with, to be honest. There was a Dune game that came to Game Pass. I don't know, I'd have to look up what it's called. Dune something or other. And that I got a little bit into it, and then it just kept laying on thicker and thicker, different elements, different things to remember and stuff, and you kind of, I reach a point where I'm just a bit like, oh, this is too overwhelming, and it's a shame they don't do like a nostalgia mode for idiots like me that is just, harvest the spice, build the units, because that's what's fun about these games to me, building the bases and stuff. And I mean, that goes back to a game that I try and, again, I guess it's harder because it's at EA now, but SimCity, which I think it's quite hard to play the original SimCity unless you play it online or like on an emulated or whatever. And I've got the Super Nintendo version somewhere here, which again, without the mouse of the Super Nintendo, and even with it, it's probably not great, but it sort of suffers from the same thing Dune would do on the Mega Drive, that it doesn't really play that well with controller. But what I was trying to say, yeah, SimCity is a great game, but is also quite hard to, when you kind of, what they do with it now, like city skylines would be the most similar thing to it. Again, it's great that it's made, but it layers on, system after system to where it becomes a little bit overwhelming. I kind of wish there was just a simple mode for these games, but I understand that if they have to push these things forward, they can't just leave them. Making commercial, residential and industrial zones and all that, and a sports stadium and letting Bowser run riot, that speaks to me, but I don't know if that's probably just nostalgia. SimAnt was a good game, wasn't it? Talking about the Sim games. And that had a bit of RTS about it, I believe. I'd have to watch some videos of SimAnt, I'm saying. I'd have to watch some videos, because I can't actually remember what you do in it, but I do remember it was good fun on the PC. It was, you were a little flying ant, and then you picked where to dig your hole. And I feel like you gathered resources as well. Maybe 4 other ant, completed the mission, 4 other ant colonies, maybe. You definitely did tunnelling underground. I think at some point it got inside the house as well, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Maybe it wasn't the humans the problem in SimAnt. We'd have to go back and look. Yeah, that kind of was like a bit like Sim. What was Maxis as well, wasn't it? Who, I think they've gone now, haven't they? They're brought out by EA and they don't release anything as Maxis. The Sims, but I don't think that's Max's, is it? A little brush here on the dust, Sonic and the Green Hill. So there we go. Yeah. Oh, I was too busy cleaning and didn't pay attention to what the mission was, but that's fine. There we go. Apart from this, what have I been playing lately? I have my eye on that Dark Forces remaster, which I think looks amazing. I can't remember who is it. Night Dive, the studio that have done it. And yeah, funnily enough, talking about Simant and Warcraft and PC games, that was a game I couldn't play for love nor money on my PC. I mean, this goes back to when you need a different sound card or need, RAM and all that shit for everything you played. So I didn't really play much of Dark Forces, and it looked like they've done a really nice job with the remaster of that. My PC, just to put it into context, was good enough to play like TIE Fighter and X-Wing and stuff. But then again, drivers and stuff, I couldn't use a joystick. I remember buying like 3 or 4 joysticks and it never worked. I don't know why. As you probably can tell, I wasn't stupid. And I'm not stupid, but it got so complicated back then. I remember with PC gaming and console gaming, when the Jaguars and the PlayStations and the CD, this 32-bit era was on its way. The Jaguars, whatever the Jaguar was, in the back of magazines it would say, this about memory cards or this and that, and I was just naively like, oh Christ, is this console gaming going the way of PC gaming, where every game's going to need a different memory card to play or some shit? And I remember being like, oh no, this is not cool. Am I going to need a new sound card to play Sonic CD or whatever the next Sonic game is? And that obviously never transpired, and that's obviously why console gaming's until recently remained its own thing, because that sort of plug and play nature, I think it speaks to I'm not in a, I think I'm in the majority that I just want to plug the game in and play it, so to speak. And I don't know whether it is a generational thing where I remember so many PC games you couldn't play. For whatever reason, we didn't have the right sound driver or whatever it was. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with these vehicles. I should be watching the screen more. Sonic looks cleaner. So that Dark Forces remaster is on my radar. Maybe I'll check that out. What else have I been playing? I've been tidying my office, which is nice. Sort of removed dead consoles, if that makes, like I have a Wii, which the disk drive's dead, but it still has, because obviously the Wii, you have games on the hard drive, so the disk drive's dead on it, but it's, so that sort of sat in here. But even, it's quite a small console, isn't it, the Wii, but why? So I put it in a cupboard under the stairs, and same with a broken GameCube. Why on earth I had that out? And the GameCube obviously is, it's a bit of a more of an annoying design. I love the design, but you don't need 2 of them on display. So tidying your office is always good to do when you've got the time, which I've done. So quite neatly behind me I have a Mega Drive a Wii U, a NES, Dreamcast on the GameCube, then on the floor, PS2 and a PS3 and a PS4. That was I might have actually mentioned this on another video, but and it actually goes back to the PC gaming thing. The PS4, I started it up a few days ago because it's sort of, we use it basically just as a Blu-ray player, because I have an Xbox Series X, I have an Xbox Series S, so my only Blu-ray player I have, and I don't have a new PlayStation 5. The only Blu-ray player we've got essentially is a PS3 actually as well, and a PS4, and a Sonic in an action pose there. So that just sits in a TV unit as a Blu-ray player for the few times we do watch a Blu-ray or a DVD. But I brought it up here because I wanted to see what was on, and like I don't have PS Plus anymore, so I'd logged out of all of that, and it was just, and it was more me than the system. But it was so complicated to play anything, to get into anything. It was like, oh, you need to log into PS Plus and you need this offline mode and stuff. I wanted to play Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which a good version of that came out in the PS Store, and just to mess around with it. But like the amount of warnings and questions, and do you want to log into this and do you want to log into that, and other games like you can't play it until you've logged into PS Plus because it needed to download this. It was just, it kind of reminded me of those PlayStation, like it's not a plug and play system, the PlayStation 4, without the internet, when the internet's there, it's just like, okay, no, you want to play that, okay, let's get you all of these downloads going, and it's just like, please, just let me play it, man. But anyway, sitting down there, probably unplugged, so it can't be listening to me. But yeah, this is, that must be going to the end of this video. Yeah, half an hour I've been speaking almost, waffling on. Fighting against the Ordos, I think they're called, the green goblins. Yeah, all in all, this is a lovely version of Dune 2 to play in 2024. It's free. I mean, I would pay for it, to be honest. But I think he's on his way. Have I got to defeat them all? Yeah, it's free, so I don't really have any complaints, to be honest. There was another, now thinking about it, there was another game that, I can't remember what it was now. I've been playing, no. It's always, I should keep a little notebook really of what I've played. Because when it comes to doing videos like this, it'd be nice to be a bit more less waffly, because yeah. Oh, that was a pen. Yeah. Oh, it's cheeky, that guy's up there blowing me up with a rocket. Yeah. Okay, that ain't not gonna stand a chance, so I'm gonna continue to I think I have to defeat this. Apologies, I didn't actually read the look at the health of that building just whittling away. But yeah, is that sort of, like I say, I would pay for this happily. I mean, it's not, I don't need to, because this is a very good way of playing this for free. But it kind of goes back to that DVD culture games kind of goes back to that now, is that there are games like this and SimCity, which I was talking about earlier and stuff, where I'm just like, I would like an easy way to play these games. It doesn't involve, you know, downloading pack files and shit. But yeah, it's the same way as I could like an easy way to watch Cue the Winged Serpent. But you know, I've got a DVD of that, but I don't think that's on Netflix or Amazon, or it might pay for it. Or I mean, another one, Robocop. I wanted to watch that recently, and I couldn't remember. For whatever reason, it was quite hard to find a version to watch of the old Robocop. And knowing that I have it on DVD as well, and it's just I was on a laptop, you know, away from a DVD player, and yeah, I kind of wish old stuff was more easily accessible. I mean, what I should do is for films and music is like have a hard drive with it all on, and you know, have it as like a server, and get all my DVDs on that. But you know, it'd be nice to be able to do the same with games, but you know, it goes back to a version of that. Maybe I'm not that tech savvy. You know, like I was moaning about PCs, maybe that's the same thing. Because what I am savvy at is destroying these Ordos people. Because look at this, this is in essence why it's a satisfying game. Just decimating them. So I just destroyed that as well, guys. But yeah, this is Dune 2, or Dune Legacy. This version's called. Pretty much, it's readily available. Just Google it. It's for Mac, it's for PC. And yeah, you need to download a few extra files, but if I can do it, you can do it, and I would recommend it. And there's other bits and bobs in there, like different missions and skirmishes and stuff. The enemy was rinsing the spies, just couldn't destroy a unit. Yeah, usual stuff. If you've enjoyed this, like and subscribe, and leave comments or do whatever. Okay, cheers, bye. If you've enjoyed this or any other videos we've made on this channel, please like and subscribe. Thanks very much. Bye.